Imagine a universe where the most dangerous job isn't fighting aliens, but managing the chaotic logistics of a starship that refuses to follow standard operating procedures. You are part of the crew of the Mad Mick, a vessel that has survived impossible odds, bureaucratic nightmares, and interstellar wars, only to find itself in the middle of yet another crisis that defies all logic and diplomacy. But when you realize that punching tickets isn't just about travel, but about navigating a galaxy where every stop is a potential trap and every passenger is a mystery, you understand that survival isn't about following the rules. It's about breaking them with style, humor, and superior firepower. Welcome to Punching Tickets, the fifth pulse-pounding, hilarious, and deeply strategic installment in Franklin Horton's The Mad Mick series. If you love space opera comedy tropes, reluctant hero dynamics, and stories that explore the sheer, unadulterated thrill of watching a protagonist save the galaxy through grit, ingenuity, and superior sarcasm, this audiobook will completely consume you. It is a masterclass in speculative fiction, blending the visceral crunch of tactical combat with the profound warmth of found family. The narrative kicks off with our protagonist facing a new, absurdly complex mission, thrusting them into a race against time to resolve the conflict before it spirals out of control. The atmosphere is thick with the smell of ozone and burnt coffee, the hum of strained engines, and the creeping dread and excitement of knowing that every decision could lead to either salvation or total annihilation. Horton excels at capturing the psychological resilience of the underdog, making every tactical maneuver, every resource allocation, and every narrow escape feel like a high-stakes gangle, where the price of failure is not just death, but the loss of the only family you have left. At the core of the book's massive appeal is its spectacular Ragtag Crew trope and the brilliant asymmetric warfare dynamic. This isn't just about shooting lasers, it's about understanding the complex politics of the galaxy, managing limited resources, and using human ingenuity to outsmart enemies who rely on brute force and arrogance. Watching the protagonist reverse engineer enemy strategies, craft overpowered gear from rare drops, and completely shock arrogant elites with unconventional, trap-heavy tactics is incredibly satisfying. The audiobook narration brings the visceral impact of the combat and the satisfying chiming ding of a massive level up to life, making every milestone feel like a hard-earned victory. But beyond the stats and the slaughter, the soul of the Mad Mick lies in its characters and the heavy burden of integrity. The protagonist isn't just a cold, calculating gamer. They are a deeply human individual struggling to maintain their humanity in a system that rewards ruthlessness. They quickly form bonds with a beautifully dysfunctional found family of fellow survivors who help them navigate the treacherous waters of the new social order. The banter is razor-sharp, providing much-needed levity as their squad watches them casually calculate the damage output of a coordinated strike. Their unbreakable trust provides the emotional grounding needed when the world starts throwing literal world-ending threats their way. As the plot accelerates towards its climax, the pacing becomes utterly breathless. A major conspiracy or a rival faction's assault forces the protagonist to push their abilities to their absolute limits. The finale is a spectacular display of tactical brilliance, overwhelming magical firepower, and raw, unbridled ingenuity. The protagonist doesn't just survive the assault, they completely shatter the local power scaling, using a ridiculous, highly technical combination of skills and crafting to turn the enemy's ultimate attack into a mere stepping stone. The payoff is spectacular, delivering a massive, dopamine-fueled victory that proves the most dangerous class in the system isn't the one with the biggest sword, it's the one who understands the rules better than anyone else. Punching Tickets is a triumph of the LitRPG and fantasy genres. It is smart, action-packed, and unapologetically addictive. Franklin Horton has crafted a sequel that perfectly captures the thrill of breaking the apocalypse with a stat sheet and a strategy guide. Plug in your headphones, check your stats, and join the climber. The system is live, but his future is bright.